Being a teacher is about more than just teaching. It's about caring, nurturing, enriching, and inspiring. Children need a safe space to grow mentally, physically, socially, and emotionally without discrimination. Education is for everybody, regardless of differences. Every child should be provided with the support and encouragement to achieve their fullest potential. Educational philosopher Nell Nodding's lived experiences helped shape her unique perspective of teaching practices, specifically the importance of care in a classroom perspective. Similarly, my past experiences as a student have allowed me to develop my own values regarding education and my future as a teacher. As Nell Noddings highlights in her book, The Challenge to Care in Schools, it is a fundamental human desire to be cared for. There are obviously different personal boundaries, but as a whole, it is a universal human characteristic. In an environment that is based around care, students are encouraged to pursue their interests through collaborative learning and development of unique capacities and ideas. As a teacher, I want my students to know that I care for them. I want them to feel loved and cherished as a student in my classroom and not just another number. By developing relationships with my students, I hope that I will be able to cultivate mutual trust, and as mentioned by Noddings, children work hard for people they like and trust. The domains of caring, as simplified by Noddings, encompasses the individual's passions, attitudes, connections, concerns, and the experienced responsibilities. By fostering a holistic approach, focusing and caring for the whole child, their wants, their interests, and their needs as a student and a learner, I hope to inspire and support them to reach their full potential. Noddings argues that an educational scheme that builds upon what students care about will more likely develop adults capable of caring for themselves and the world they inhabit. By doing the best we can for our students in the beginning of their lives, we support them so that they have the highest chances for success in their future. I plan to demonstrate care in alignment with the Queensland College of Teachers Code of Ethics by creating empathetic and valuable relationships with students, their parents and carers, as well as committing to students' well-being and learning through the practice of positive influence, professional judgment, and empathy in my work. Creating a safe environment for my students is one of my highest priorities. By doing this, I hope to be able to produce a place of belonging for all of my students that allows them to reach their full potential. By modelling compassion, I hope that my students will build strong and understanding relationships with each other. As we all know, classrooms are becoming increasingly more diverse. Students from different cultural, ethnic, and socio-economic backgrounds, diverse family structures, genders, and physical and mental disabilities. It is my goal to foster and support all students, regardless of these categories of difference, while still being mindful and providing equal opportunities for all students. All people are worthy of support and an enriching education. And as a teacher, it is my aspiration to go above and beyond to be able to provide this. Understanding my students is something I wish to achieve through creating valued relationships. Knowing students and how they learn is the first Australian professional teaching standard and is something that I believe is of utmost importance when creating a supportive classroom environment. All students are unique and have all been on journeys with different challenges or obstacles they may have had to face. A deeper understanding of my students will enable me to adjust, modify and adapt my teaching practices to best allow my students to flourish and achieve their learning goals. Creating a respectful and inclusive classroom environment is especially important to me. Being considerate of the resources and utilising the diverse and enriching communities and environments is one way that I will strive to achieve this. Similarly to Bell Hooks' philosophy, I believe students should have a place to express themselves freely. I want to encourage critical thinking and an open-minded approach for my students. I hope to have a shared goal of learning, understanding, and respecting alternative points of view. I want to teach beyond just the four walls of a classroom. I believe that our natural environment provides us with so many learning opportunities. I want the learning experiences that I create to be adaptable to suit the needs of all of my students. Depicted by Bell Hooks, her concept of engaged pedagogy is something that resonated with me. It is important as teachers that we value our own development as well as our students. I must be aware of myself and be more than willing to adjust and relearn my own prejudices, ideas, and preconceptions. The aim of education is greater than just learning about maths or English. I believe that it is a preparation for life, a future outside of the classroom. As future teachers, we have the greatest responsibility as motivators and influencers for the future of our world. Learning is an individual journey, one that never ends.